What is up, guys? It's Superken for Superken Gaming from the channel. Please subscribe, leave a comment saying hi, thumbs up if you like the video already, share this video with your friends, and if you miss my top 25 list, number 25 to 21, go back and watch it. It should be going across your screen right about now. But these are my top 20 games we played on the channel in 2016. Number 20, Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration. Rise of the Tomb Raider has a Metacritic score of 88. I gave it an 8.5. Sadly, Rise of the Tomb Raider stepped away from the gritty tone Tomb Raider 2013 had, but this is still an action-packed third-person shooter that's constantly moving the player forward. The puzzle platforming is back outside of just being secrets, and there's these intense runner moments that even outshine Uncharted at times. Number 19, Dragon Quest Builders. Dragon Quest Builders has a Metacritic score of 83. I gave it an 8. Easily one of the best material gathering games out there. You're not a hero. One of the first things the game tells you. The game is all about gathering and building, solving the problems of the townspeople. This is a super addictive and bittersweet game. It's fun designing towns and areas, strategically placing buildings and traps for battles. But man, does it hurt when you hop in a portal to the next area and have to start from scratch. Number 18, Oceanhorn, Monster of Uncharted Seas. Oceanhorn has a Metacritic score of 74. I gave it an 8. This is Legend of Zelda for PlayStation. One of the very few games that I didn't mind the fact I had to progress further for new items and come back to past islands. This was such an enjoyable adventure. There isn't a game on this list whose world I actually loved exploring more than the world of Oceanhorn. Number 17, Far Cry Primal. Far Cry Primal has a Metacritic score of 77. I gave it an 8.5. Another game I was in the minority for. This is another material gathering game and my favorite of the kind this year. You can ride a mammoth, guys. Do I really need to say anything other than that? I'm a sucker for the Ubisoft style map cleaner when it's done right. Last year's game of this type for me was Mad Max, and this year Far Cry Primal scratched that itch. I had so much fun taming wild beasts and taking the land for my own. Number 16, World of Final Fantasy. World of Final Fantasy has a Metacritic score of 77. I gave it an 8.5. Dare I say it? World of Final Fantasy is my favorite turn-based RPG since Pokemon Silver. Hashtag deal with it. I actually never played a Final Fantasy game before this one, and I'm not really going to count it as a Final Fantasy game. It's more of a Pokemon game with the Final Fantasy license. And you better believe I had fun in my 30+ hour journey to the credits, capturing new mirages, swapping them out and leveling them up. And again, I never played a Final Fantasy game before this and still loved it. I couldn't imagine if I actually knew what was going on. Number 15, Nero. Nothing ever remains obscure. Nero has a Metacritic score of 64. I gave it an 8. Is Nero a great game? No. Is it a great experience? You bet your butt. Nero tells a beautiful story of loss, depression, and letting go. It brought tears to my eyes and to my cheeks. My face cheeks, guys. This is a walking simulator with a few puzzles thrown in there, but making it to the end and uncovering exactly what's going on, who these hooded figures are, it's well worth the playthrough. Number 14, Outlast. Outlast has a Metacritic score of 80. I gave it an 8.5. I actually watched a playthrough of Outlast years before I got around to playing it, and this game still got me to almost pee myself. I did a full playthrough of my Scared series if you need the proof. I eventually felt like enemies turned into more of a nuisance than a scare, but by the time I got there, the game was practically over. If you're a horror game fan, play this game right now. Finish watching my list and go play it. It's even free for you Xbox punks this month, so you have no excuse. Number 13, Watch Dogs. DJ Khaled, another one. Another game I'm in the minority for. Watch Dogs has a Metacritic score of 80. I gave it an 8.5. Say what you will about the crappy open world we get here. I love the characters, story, and gameplay so much. It was so fun camera hopping and raising bridges on punks that tried to chase me. So while yes, Watch Dogs has one of the worst open worlds of all time, this is one of the best open world campaigns of all time too. Bite me. Number 12, Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 has a Metacritic score of 88. I gave it a 9. Sorry you GameSpot and Game Award hipsters, Battlefield 1 is hands down the best first-person shooter of the year. Titanfall 2 and Overwatch aren't even on my list. Overwatch Game of the Year my butt. Battlefield 1 has one of the coolest ways to approach a campaign I've ever seen. It tells individual stories with individual mini-campaigns. You heard it here first, games are gonna copy the crap out of it, but I don't even care. I want more. Aside from the awesome campaign, the multiplayer here is near flawless. The maps are hands down some of the best, if not the best, in the realm of competitive shooters. And number 11, Tom Clancys The Division. The Division has a Metacritic score of 80. I gave it an 8. The Division had a rough launch. Thankfully for me, I didn't play this game at launch. I played it this month with all the bugs and other issues ironed out. The game forces grind during the second half with its level requirements to join players, but the campaign missions are super challenging and extremely satisfying to finally complete respawn after respawn. It does a great job of creating that feeling of camaraderie when you and a random group of up to 4 finally beat a mission that you've been chipping away at until 3 in the morning, refusing to give up, offering a true feeling of support and strategy. I never had so much fun in a co-op game as I did here. Don't let the negative noise of the game's initial launch stop you from picking this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching my top 20 games number 20 through 11 for 2016. Let me know what you thought of my list down in the comment section below. Let me know what some of your favorite games you played in 2016 were. And again, I don't care what year they came out, if you played them this year. Thanks for watching. Tune in tomorrow for my top 10 games of 2016. Thanks for watching.